Good to see you all. Is there anything that you'd like to work on today?
Three shoulder.
Shoulder
Neck.
and neck. All right, we'll do the shoulder and neck points. Yeah. Let's warm up our palms. And then we'll press the circulation point, center of the palm. And we'll do the other palm. And we'll do the bird's mouth, and we'll put the heel right on the instep, just inside the tarsal bone that comes off the big toe. And we'll do the same thing on the other side, the other hand, the other foot. Popped right up, Marcy. You got the 5 in there, so that's good. Thank you again. Now we'll do some tapping. Tap the forehead. Tap around to the back of the head. Then we're going to tap behind the ears. We're going to do 5 points that are very good for calming, relieving stress. The first 2 are right in this hollow, right in here. And there's a lot of different ways you can tap. You can tap with the tips of the fingers, the pads of the fingers like this. And also we want to do the next 2 points are on the neck muscles. So right about there. Tap on the neck muscles, okay? And then right in the center of the back of the head, right where the neck muscles come up, right in the middle, the opposite of tap there. And then we'll tap around to the front of the head again. We'll do behind the ears again. Do the neck muscles. And the occipital. And then we'll come around to the front of the head, right down the top of the head, down the back of the neck, top of the shoulders, upper chest. And then we'll tap the shoulder, tap around the shoulder. Then we'll come down the arm, tap around the elbow. We're going to be doing head and neck points, so we're going to go thumbs up, and we're going to tap the forearm. So if you put your index finger right in the elbow piece and tap there, this is to open up, this is an energizer. And it opens up the channels so we can work on the hands later. And then we tapping down. We'll tap the forearm just above the wrist. Tap the back of the hand. The palm. Tap the wrist. Tap inside the wrist. Then we'll come up the arm. Tap down the side. Tap up and tap the other shoulder. Tap around the shoulder. Tap down the arm, tap around the elbow, thumbs up, and then tap the forearm. Again, just below the elbow. Then we'll tap down toward the wrist. Tap the back of the hand. Tap the palm. And the wrist. Tap inside the wrist. Then we'll come up the arm, down the side. Then we're going to tap down to the belly. Scoot forward a little bit in the chair and we'll tap around to the kidneys. Tap down the legs. Below the knees, we're going to turn the hands and tap like this, just below the knees. This is another energizer, a limb energizer for the legs. As long as you're not tapping on the bone part of the knee, you're just below that bone, right in there. Continue tapping down. Tap inside the legs. Up and tap inside the knees. And come up and tap under the collarbones. So you find the collarbones, you're gonna tap in the shoulder's nest here, this hollow area here. Then we're gonna tap just below the end of the collarbone on the sternum. That's the first place. You give that a good, they call it the first thump. The second thump is right in the center of the sternum, right here. And just tap whichever way feels good for you. Fingertips, pads of the fingers. Down the rib cage. Just above the diaphragm in the space between the first two ribs, that's the third thumb. Come up to the shoulder's nest. Tap below the sternum. Center of the sternum. And then just above the diaphragm in that space above the first two ribs. Good. Now, we're gonna take the thumbs and press under the collarbones. This opens up the sinuses, clears the head, stimulates the immune system. And you can do this as long as you like. If you ever wake up and your head feels fuzzy, the sinuses are plugged, this is a great spot to do, okay? Now, fingertips, we're gonna comb right down the middle of the head, all the way to the back of the head. And then we're gonna bring the hands, the backs of the hands down under the chin. We're gonna take the hands now and comb from the crown of the head all the way to the back of the head. And then you can wash your face. You can bring the palms here and we're gonna go to the temples. And then again, down the back of the head, bring the hands around. Good. Do that again. Down the middle of the head. From the crown of the head. And from the temples. One more set. Good. Now, let's do the head and neck points. We're gonna be in between the pinky and the ring finger. There's a little valley between those, the carpal bones. So you can do that. There's two ways to do it. You can put this finger here and this finger here, and then just stand up and it'll be right on those points. That's one way of doing it.
Put your knuckles to line up with your knuckles.
Yeah, the knuckle, just,
Coming the other direction.
yeah, those line up, and there
See?
you are. The other way is just find that valley. You're not on the knuckle, you come up a little bit and you press there.
Just below the knuckles.
And we've had very good results doing this. Lee's had good results with it. I have young people doing this, amazing, for chronic neck and shoulder pain.
If you don't go this way, then do Joe's well, this, yeah.
So here in class, we just do it for a minute or so. When you're doing this on your own, let's do the other hand. When you're doing this on your own, you can do it while you're watching TV, you can do it 2 or 3 times a day. If it's really chronic, if it's really, you've got something that's really stuck, this is yeah, that looks good. And that will help. Good, we're gonna stand up. And we're gonna do the leg points. The first 2 leg points are right on the gluteus muscles back here. So we can go back here. And then we're gonna tap in front. And then we're gonna tap down the legs. Come up the inside of the legs. Come around, do the gluteus muscles again. Do stomach 31 again. Good, now we're gonna sit down. We're gonna do the release point for the lower back, right at the top of the calf muscle. So here's the calf muscles. All right, so we're not behind the knee, we're down on the calf muscle down here. And you just press right in the center of the calf muscle. And then we'll apply downward pressure, go down towards the heel, come back up. Massage that a little bit. There are a lot of different ways of doing this. And then press down. We'll do that one more time. Good. Now, front, we're going to do just below the knee. There's a hollow, there's a shin bone here, and then the other leg bone is back here. You're in between those two bones. Below the knee, so not up where it's bony, down there. Just work on that a little bit. And then I'm gonna put my thumbs there and press down. Back up, we'll do that a few more times. Massage that point, it's a very famous acupuncture point. Stomach 36. Gonna press down. Want to look something up? During the downtime here, ST36 acupuncture point. It'll, if you Google that, it'll come and it'll tell you wonderful things of what this point is good for. We're doing this downward movement because it prevents sciatica. So both of these points in the back here, the downward pressure prevents and relieves sciatica, loosens up things so that it lessens that pain. Okay. Now we're going to stand up and do the 8 brocade. Thank you, Lee. There we go. Let's roll the shoulders first. Get the shoulders loosened up. So we just kind of roll the arms, get the arms moving. Then we'll roll the arms in the other direction. We're going to do a light lift. This is the 8 brocade. Come up. We want the movement to be smooth. And we'll do one more. Good. Now we're going to widen the stance. Crouch down a little bit, tuck the hips under so that we've got the, we're flattening the lower back. Bring the hands up, draw the bow out to the side. And let's do one more. Good. Now we're going to step in and press toward heaven and earth. Light lift, equal pressure down. So lifting and pressing down. One more. Very good. Now, we're going to open up the arms. We want smooth, flowing movement. One more like this. Now, turn to one side, look over the shoulder. And we'll turn to the other side. Take a good look behind there. One more. Good. Let's bring the hands up. Now. We're gonna step back into the horse stance, tuck the tailbone under. And we'll do a light stretch to the side and the other side. Do that again. But now we're gonna fold at the claw. Up and raise the chin. We'll go side to side again. Fold. And come up. One more. Now we'll do just the neck. Lift the back of the head. And then raise the chin. Neck again. We'll do one more. Good. Now we'll step in. The hands up. Reach toward the toes. So you just want to relax on the way down. Bring the fingertips around the toes, palms up the inside of the legs. Up, around the waist, and lift the chin. We'll do that again. And we'll do one more. Good. Now we're going to step into the horse stance again. Make two loose fists. I'm going to do a spiral punching movement like this. Okay. And we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn to one side and punch. Center. And the other side. But I would want the eyes sharply focused. Do that again. And the other side. Good. One more shot. Good. Step in. Bring your hands up. You're gonna come up on the toes, lightly drop. One more. Now we're gonna open up our field of vision. We're gonna step back. We wanna take our hands down. We wanna watch the hands as they move out to the side while we're doing this exercise. So this is using the peripheral vision. And we're gonna soften our eyes and soften our gaze. This changes our field of vision and it changes our state of mind. So we're gonna start with the weight on the back leg. We're gonna shift forward and come up. And shift back, watch the hands as they move out to the sides. And we'll do that again. And we'll do one more. Good. Now we'll put the other foot forward. Start with the weight on the back leg. And we'll begin. Up. And shift back. Watch the hands. And we'll do one more. Yeah. You want to soften these. But be very aware of the palms, and be aware of the space between the palms. We're gonna bring the hands all the way up overhead. And then bring the palms right down the central chin. Do that one more time like this. Good. Now we're gonna sweep the arms out to the sides, take a nice deep breath. Bring the palms back, turn them up, and we'll do that again. Inhale. One more. Good. Now, I'm gonna lift the elbows. We're gonna fold at the claw. Exhale, the arms coming forward and back. Let's do that again. Exhale. And then let's do one more. Good. Bring the hands up, one palm over the back of the other hand, and sink down. Do that again. One more. Good. Now we're gonna talk about this a little bit. We're gonna do this in stages. The first stage, the hands are up here, your shoulder muscles are engaged. Now, as your arms come down, the shoulders relax, and you want to feel that relaxation spread right down the center of the body to the belly. The belly, you want it to sink through the hips, through the knees, and into the floor. And then this last little move here, your hands move out to the sides. You want to feel the weight in the feet and let that spread out to the sides. Okay, so do the same exercise. Bring the hands up, sink down, relax the shoulders, relax the belly, sink through the legs into the floor. One more. Good. Now, we want to soften the hands. And let's bring the palms, bring the hands up, fingertip pointing towards the ceiling. And inhale, open up. Do that again. One. Now, we want to bring the palms up, bring the palms into the heart, bend the knees slightly, push away the clouds. Bring the palms back, lift the arms, let everything settle down. Let's do that again. Come on. And let's do one more. Good. Now I'm gonna sit down. We're gonna do the hand exercises. We're gonna do this. There. Thank you. Good. And this one, it's, when you're doing any type of seated qigong, there's just a simple little guideline. Instead of, trying to sit up straight, that's not quite what you want. What you want to do is make sure that your midriff is not collapsed. So if you just come up to where you feel the midriff open a little bit, that will help you sit up straight without getting into something rigid. So you just keep the midriff open. And we're gonna tap the hands together anywhere from 60 to 100 times, around 80 is about right. We're gonna start here, tapping this. Keep the hands nice and loose. We're gonna turn the hands, we're gonna tap like this. And try to keep the shoulders relaxed. Head lifted up. Good. Now, put yourself relax a little bit. I'm gonna bring the tap the wrists together. Now, bird's mouth, so the tap together like this. Now the base of the fingers. This one, when you see the guy who does this, other tech, his fingers are just flying. My hands don't quite do that. But the point you're working on is the base of the fingers, this part down in here. So we're gonna do that. Now we're gonna make a loose fist and we're gonna tap the other palm. Same thing with the other palm. Now we're gonna tap the backs of the hands together. Now we're just gonna do this last part very briefly. We're gonna bring the palm, we're gonna warm up the palms. Bring the palms to the eyes and breathe in. You wanna breathe in. And you wanna have the intention that the breath is going inside the head. And any tension that's in there, your breath just melts it. And when you exhale, that just flows out, just goes right out with the breath. So inhale. And exhale. Arm. Good. Just gonna warm up the hands and we're gonna use the thumb and the fingertip now and massage the ears. We're just gonna kind of gently pull on the earlobe and then we're gonna massage up around the rim of the ear, up to the flat part of the ear. And then we'll come back down. Do that again. Lightly flick the ears. Good. Now, we're gonna stand up again. And we're gonna do 3 exercises. This is another set. And this is for balancing the chi, opening the heart, and clearing out stagnant or blocked chi. First one, we're gonna just stir. This is a stirring motion here. And we're gonna shift the weight slightly. Mostly, we're gonna sink into the heels. And then when we come forward, we're gonna kind of lift as we move toward the toes. So it's not so much rocking back and forth as it is settling down and then floating up. Okay. So that's the motion, that's the little bit of a weight shift, but mostly sinking and rising. Now the palms. You want to feel your palms pressing down. You want to feel the arches in your feet and then the heels. So here's palms sinking. Palms pressing down. Feel your feet, feel your heels. Now we're going to lift the elbows. You want to float here. Press down, lift, come up. Little bend in the knees, then you come up. Good, let's do one more. And now we're going to lift both palms, lightly press down. Do that again, lift and press down. Now, when the palms come down, watch what's happening. Your hands go out to the side. Lift, press down. Now we're going to lift one hand and then come up on the toe. Press down into the heel. Lift on the other side. Press down. And hand comes up. We're going to bring the elbow forward a little bit. So the elbow is moving out a little bit. You still want to keep your palm on the side channel, on the quad, up to the shoulder's nest. Do one more. Bring the hands up the side channels. And now you want to feel, you want to get the shoulders moving from side to side. And a lot of times when you do that, the first thing to get in touch with our shoulders, we have a tendency to hunch up a little bit. Oh yeah, there's my shoulders. If you just relax the shoulders, okay, in the first couple of moves, you might feel the shoulders coming up. Just remind yourself to let them go back down, and then the shoulders may not move as much side to side, or you may not feel it as much, but a little bit of movement, even a quarter of an inch, with the shoulder moving from side to side is very good, as long as you keep the shoulders relaxed. So think of your elbow pushing in, bringing that shoulder blade in, and then the other shoulder blade pushes out. This shoulder blade comes in and pushes the other one out. Do a little bit of sinking here in the middle. Right. That's the basic movement with the shoulder blades moving from side to side. This is a heart opening exercise. So here, sinking down, releasing here. The hand motion is you're gathering in here and you're releasing here. Now, this camera angle is a little tricky. You're not releasing out to the side. You're releasing on an angle from this foot, like this. Okay, so it's not out to the side. Coming up and on about a 45-degree angle. The hand, when you do this, the hand opens gently. Hand opens up like a flower. So you're opening from the wrist to the palm. That's how you open up and you gather in and release to the other side. That's the basic movement. We're shifting the weight. And you can come up on the toe just a little bit on the other side. You do not have to come up on the toe. The main thing is to release through here. Draw back in and let go. Okay, I'm just going to talk about this very briefly. This is a heart opening exercise where energy is coming across the heart and releasing to the other side. As a body-mind exercise, this is a wonderful exercise. If you think of situations that you're in that are tense, especially, I think of sometimes with my family. I love my family, but they drive me crazy sometimes. There's things that they do, and I really just want to let that go. I want good things coming into my heart, and I want to release things that I just don't need to bother myself with. So here we're gathering in. Here we're letting go. Shifting the weight from side to side. Now, we want to soften our eyes, soften our gaze, and watch the hand that's letting go. And we'll keep the shoulders relaxed. And do one more. Hands down the side channels. And now we want to strengthen the belt channel. So we want to encourage energy moving around the waist. First thing we want to be aware of is the palms. We want the palms soft. We want to be aware of the center of the palms. It's like we're pushing air around past the kidneys and we're curling the fingers to connect to the spine. So here we're coming around the waist, past the kidneys, connect to the spine, and then back to the belly. Let's do that again. Good. When the hands come here now, we want to really make sure the belly is relaxed. And we're going to bend down. We don't want to bob up and down with the hands. We're just going to bend down, sink down. And then we come up on the toes and down. This is where everything is loose. It's like the bottom falling out of a paper bag, a wet paper bag. Everything just falls out. So we're going to go around the waist, connect to the spine, bring the palms back, sink down. Good. one more. Now. That's that set of three. Since we're not gonna be meeting for a while, if there's one group of exercises that you can do that are very, very beneficial, it would be those three. So I'm gonna do them again. This is unusual. We never, almost never do this. We try to cover a lot of ground, but this time it's like, let's focus on these three. We're gonna do those three again. And we're gonna do it with less talking. So I just kind of want you to get into it, enjoy the movement. And, one of the main reasons that I want to do these three is because they're very, very good for clearing out stuck chi and balancing the chi, and it really encourages lymphatic circulation between the qua and the shoulders nest. Okay, so we're working with the energy in these channels, and that's very, very beneficial. So you want to bring the palm up, press down. One more. But stir up the chi a little bit. Both palms up the side channels, out to the side. Now gather in, shift the weight and release. Keep the shoulders relaxed, gather in, let go. You do one more. Good. Down the side channels, around the waist. Lift the head. Sink down. Good. Again. More. Now we're just gonna sit for just a minute. Do some circling hands. By doing the hand circling hands seated, because you can just work on that, making a nice smooth circle. One more. And bring the palms in toward the body. And we're gonna move the arms now the other direction. Wow. Okay, now, we're gonna stand up, do circling hands, do some more of that. Here. It's the same thing, very simple, but you wanna have the hands on your side channel, so you want the palms lining up with the shoulders now, so your hands are just a little bit wider than your ears. You don't wanna have the arms rubbing against the body, so the elbows are out a little bit, but the hands stay in here. And there's different ways you can do this. You can do a little bend and stretch as you come up and lifting up. The main thing is to just make a smooth circle. And you want your breath to be soft and smooth. We're not gonna see each other for a while. Smooth flowing movements combined with smooth, soft breath. Those are the most beneficial things that I can share with you. Very, very simple things that we can just continue to do for the next few weeks. So, one more. Bring the palms in, and we'll go in the other direction. One more. Now, just for fun. This is one of my favorite things because you can feel energy moving and circulating. We're gonna have one foot forward, the other foot back. And we're gonna, as we shift forward, we're gonna try and keep the back vertical, okay? So we don't wanna lean into this. We want to keep the back upright, which means you won't go as far forward, but it's much more beneficial to keep the back more or less vertical. Okay, so you make again, nice smooth circle, but now you're working with some momentum. Your energy coming up out of this leg right over the top of the head. Back down to the belly. Good. Now, put the other foot forward. And we'll start with the weight on the back leg. And we'll begin in smooth circle. Smooth, soft breath. One more. Good. We're gonna bring the hands up. We're gonna wrap everything up now. Bring the palms down. Settle into the feet. Do one more. Good. Okay, thank you all for being here.
Thank you.